Maintaining a high rating on Uber and Lyft as a driver is fairly straightforward in my opinion. Today we'll discuss the 5 main things that I do to maintain a high rating on Uber and Lyft. So first off, these 5 things may be obvious, but they are important and I try to keep them in mind every time I drive. Number 1 is a clean car. Keep your car clean inside, keep it clean outside. I get my car washed once a week. I have a wash pass. I pay a monthly fee at a local gas station and I can wash my car as much as I want at all of those gas stations anywhere I end up throughout the day. You might not have to get your car washed every single week. I would at least get it washed bi-weekly, especially here in Minnesota. In the winter, I definitely want to get my car washed every week. Sometimes I'll get my car washed every day before I start driving. And again, I have that wash pass. I pay $25 a month for unlimited washes, so I take advantage of it. Also, maintaining the inside of my car, it's really easy to keep clean. Weekly, I will whack out my rear mats to make sure all the debris is gone. I'll probably vacuum out my back seat once a month just to make sure I get all that debris underneath the mats and the debris on the seat. I also make sure that there is no clutter in my car. I don't want anything else in my car besides the stuff that I absolutely need. I don't keep things in my trunk. I keep my trunk completely empty. I've actually heard from a lot of passengers when my trunk is empty that they're surprised because a lot of drivers have stuff in their trunks. This really surprises me. Why would you keep stuff in your trunk, especially if you know that you're going to be transporting passengers to the airport? You need that space in your trunk. I also like to keep my car smelling well. There will be occasions where passengers come in and they might smell of booze, or they might have body odor, or they may have just smoked and they reek of smoke. I don't like having that smell in the car, so as soon as that passenger gets out, I have a can of air freshener. I'll spray that. I'll also roll down all my windows and drive a little bit and let the air clear out. It's fairly simple to keep a clean environment for your passengers, so keep the outside of your car clean, keep the inside of your car clean and debris free. Alright, thing number 2 is reading my passengers. I try to read the passenger to see if they want to talk, to see if they want to just keep to themselves. If they get in the car and they start looking at their phone, I do try to greet every single passenger with a greeting, asking them how their day is. If they want to continue in conversation, I will engage them. If the conversation kind of whittles out, I just leave it alone and let them do their thing, and then I do my thing. Also, if they have headphones on, I'll know to leave them alone. There will be some times though where they have earbuds in and I won't see them, and I'll greet them and I won't hear anything from them, and then I'll know, okay, they have those earbuds in, they probably want to do their own thing. And thing number 3 is safe, relaxing, calm driving. Try to keep it as relaxing as possible for the passenger. Try to not hit the gas or the brakes too aggressively. I recently got an Uber ride from a driver that it felt like he was driving with both feet. He was very aggressive, hitting the gas aggressively, braking aggressively, following the car in front of him way too closely. This was a really uncomfortable ride, and I try to never create that environment for my passengers. I've actually had many passengers fall asleep while getting a ride from me, and I know if they're able to fall asleep, then I must be creating a relaxing environment for them. Although personally, as a passenger, I don't think I would ever trust to fall asleep in an Uber or Lyft ride. But I'm glad that I keep a calm enough environment, a relaxing enough environment in my vehicle for a passenger to feel comfortable enough to be able to fall asleep. The 4th thing is just to help passengers. If they're going to the airport or if you're picking them up from the airport, handle their baggage, open the trunk, try and help them as much as you can. Not only will this help you to maintain a high rating, but also on those airport trips, it helps a lot with tips. Also, if you're picking up a passenger from a grocery store, I typically don't like to help out with the grocery bags, but I will help out. I'll help out with the trunk, especially when they're exiting the vehicle. I'll make sure that I can handle the trunk so that they can grab everything out of the trunk that they need. Also, if a passenger needs some extra help, recently I picked up a blind passenger in front of a Target and I needed to basically walk them to my vehicle. Also, if you're picking up an elderly person, sometimes they might need help with the door or getting in the vehicle. And the final thing is just to overall be professional. Dress appropriately. In the wintertime here, I actually wear dress pants and a nice sweatshirt, and in the summertime, I will wear shorts. I'm not wearing gym shorts. I'll wear some nice shorts, and I also wear a nice button-down t-shirt. And you can dress comfortably, but you don't want to wear sweats. Again, I personally wear dress pants in the winter. I used to wear jeans. Also, try to get to your rider as quickly as possible. I know there will be times where I've requested an Uber ride and I look at the driver and I see that they're sitting there for like 30 seconds, and a lot of those times I will just cancel the ride and re-request. And also, just be professional in greeting your passengers. Try to greet every single one of your passengers. Also, at the end of the ride, I try to thank every single one of my passengers. So those are the 5 things that I like to concentrate on. You're not going to please all passengers. Not everybody is going to appreciate your professionalism. I know there are many rides where I feel like I've done everything right and that passenger will still give me a lower rating. And those lower ratings are pretty infrequent, but I just take them in stride. And really quickly on the rating systems on both Uber and Lyft. On Lyft, your driver rating is the average of your last 100 ratings. And on Uber, it's the average of your last 500 ratings. And on Uber, they do have protections for low ratings for things that are out of your control. Like if a passenger gives traffic as a reason for a low rating, they will throw those low ratings out. My current rating on Lyft is 5.0, and my current rating on Uber is 4.98. Again, those are the 5 main things that I like to concentrate on, but what do all of you think? Were there some things I should have included? Do some of you go above and beyond and offer your passengers other things? Leave a comment below and let us know. If you've yet to download the Solo app to help you manage your rideshare business and earn more, our referral link is in the description. We also have a free newsletter, and the link to sign up for that is in the description as well. If you've yet to watch my previous video on my Uber account being put on hold for a safety investigation, be sure to check that one out. Thanks again for watching, and drive safe. Thanks.